ringside, Teddy Atlas, and welcome to aboard. When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Blocks away that headshot. Barrera able to block it.
Up and down, side to side.
Nice strike after catching one by Marco Antonio Barrera. Nothing there on the punch by Eric Morales. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top.
Get it out, get it out.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Marco Antonio Barrera. Teddy, most ringside experts feel that this is very much going to be a tactical fight.
Yeah, both these guys throw punches like they're paying for them. And guess what? They're both cheapskates.
Able to show you his blocking ability. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Marco Antonio Barrera. Wow! That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Boy, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. Barrera able to land the counterpunch. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Teddy, if you could only pick out a few characteristics for a fighter and apply them to him, what would they be?
I think first...
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no idea it was coming his way. He does not look good at all. Nice counterpunch by Barrera. Well, we just learned something here, Teddy, in this fight. He landed a beautiful counterpunch, and if that continues tonight, there it is! Eric Morales is stunned and staggered. Oh, he's hurt. He was hurt right there, but now he's grabbing on like it's a life preserver.
And he's going to have to stay there if he's going to get through these rapids.
Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round.
Your jab works good when you use it. You don't use it enough.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Showing you some defense there with the block. Look at Marco Antonio Barrera with the counterpunch. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Barrera able to block it. Holy cow! Eric Morales has hit the deck. He goes down. Our first knockdown we've seen tonight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. 10 seconds to go in this third round. And the round comes to an end. We did have a knockdown in that round. Now, Teddy, if you're in the corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck, you know, I bring him to a sense, I make sure that he's clear and everything, and then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas so he can correct it, and he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch.
Eric Morales is out there for another round after being knocked down in the last round. We know what happens in the 60 seconds with a fighter who was damaged, but what about those 60 seconds in the opposing corner, Teddy?
You know, Joe,
there it is! Oh, that uppercut got him badly. Teddy, he's stunned right there. Now he's clinching right here.
and that's the only way he's getting through this round. He needs to stay there and hold on for dear life.
Boy, just staying on the outside away from danger and scoring well. Every gym's got one of those double-ended bags, right? They give you the movement. You got to hit that moving target, work on your accuracy. He's making it so that his opponent never had to work on one, Teddy. He's just sitting right there, right in front. No head movement whatsoever.
No, not at all. He didn't have one in his gym, that's for sure, because he just does not know how to move his head. The old timers would say he gets insulted if you miss it.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Oh, and there you go. Eric Morales is in bad shape. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
10 seconds to go in this round. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Eric Morales is doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned earlier in this fight, but he's sticking to that game plan.
You know, I like that. You know, I want to see how a guy behaves under pressure. He hasn't panicked, you know. He still believes in his identity, believes in his talents, his abilities, and he's going to stay that way unless the guy convinces him later on.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. There it is! And he crashes to the canvas once again. He's gotten up before. What about this time?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Antonio Barrera stunned by that shot. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Holy cow! Eric Morales is in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes, okay? I want to see that counter hook.
And we are underway with the second half of this fight. Good way to protect the midsection. Eric Morales is showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get through, and just as importantly, you handcuff yourself, so your opponent is going to stay in there a little bit longer, knowing that nothing's coming back right away.
Doing well on the outside. Halfway through round 6. On the mark with the overhand right. Marco Antonio Barrera is being very efficient right here. I mean, he's just picking his shots. His accuracy is through the roof. Wow! Eric Morales is stunned and staggered. Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Eric Morales. He was on wobbly legs not long ago. Now he's got his feet back under him.
What is that, a chin, or is that Mount Rushmore?
Gets rid of that effort. Oh, Eric Morales is almost out of it there. He was stunned. A headshot blocked.
Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got...
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Eric Morales is stunned, and he is hurt. Good block by Morales. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. Off the mark. Barrera able to land the counter punch. Marco Antonio Barrera's got some swelling that's now starting to show. Eric Morales is really disappointing us with his lack of work to the body.
Yeah, it is.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Look at Marco Antonio Barrera with the counter punch. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Protecting his head well with his guard. Marco Antonio Barrera is showing a good balance here. Oh, and there you go. Eric Morales is in bad shape. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Wow! Eric Morales is stunned and he is hurt. We come to the end of this round, and likely a much-needed break for these two warriors because they have been non-stop.
No, they don't know how to fight any other way. They came in, they introduced themselves in the middle of the ring, and they've been there all night.
Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right. Eric Morales is looking like he's not in control right now, Teddy, and I don't think he's been the same fighter since he got tagged earlier in this fight.
No, he hasn't fully recovered. You know, some of those cobwebs, you know, some of those birds are still chirping in his head.
That shot unable to land. Had his target in mind, but just missed. Marco Antonio Barrera is well conditioned to the realities of this harsh business of boxing. But even though we know what we've seen out of some ringside scorecards through the years, I'd be shocked if everybody doesn't have him ahead in this fight right now.
Yeah, but never be shocked in this business because you never know with these blind judges sometimes. I hate to say it that bluntly, but time and time again, you just get shocked when you hear the score at the end of the night.
Eric Morales, his trainer is telling him, hey, just stick with what you've been doing. Yeah, but what he was doing caused him to get rocked earlier.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make an adjustment. Now, they don't feel it's time yet, but that time's coming. It's coming quick.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Marco Antonio Barrera's last round is a good example of what can happen when you just stay active. He threw more punches, he landed more punches. You can see the punch stats here, and it really paid off for him.
Yeah, what's that old saying? With great power comes great responsibility, and with great punch stats or high punch stats comes danger sometimes. Well, I made that one up. I don't know if there's actually a saying for that. But that's where you got to be careful. Yeah, the punch numbers are real high, but the more you throw, the more chance of somebody catching you as you're throwing. He has to be aware of that.
Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Marco Antonio Barrera's vision is being compromised here. That swelling around the eye is worsening as the fight continues.
Well, right now he has to use every advantage he can. You're right. He's at a disadvantage. So now he has to position himself in the ring, every inch of that ring, where he keeps his opponent in a place where he can't throw punches towards the bad eye, where he positions himself where the good eye is always in a place where it can be used.
Look at Marco Antonio Barrera with the counter punch. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. A headshot blocked. Nice strike after catching one by Eric Morales. Marco Marco Antonio Barrera is going with a very efficient work rate in that last round. He chose his spots carefully, Teddy.
Yeah, that's what I like to see, and that's what the judges are supposed to be looking for. You know, not just be overtaken by a guy just going out there like a Mad Hatter and just throwing punches, but placing the punches, strategically putting them in the right spots. Good job.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
In and out, in and out. Keep your hands up.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut.
Keep moving.
Took a shot, now he gives a left. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Morales blocks it away. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody. Oh, and there you go. Eric Morales is in bad shape. He is floored by a big uppercut.
One, two, three, four, five.
And it's all over. Marco Antonio Barrera's got the win by way of knockout. He put his man down, and the 10 count was administered.